I don't know. I'd have to think funniest moment for 2025.
The Chris bathtub thing's pretty funny.
God, okay. I had a lovely little starter townhouse when I moved to Bellingham that I bought. And as I was wrapping up for selling it, I needed a new furnace and hot water tank installed. And, I'm very blessed and grateful to have two of the professionals here to help do it. I'm at work doing everything I do at work. And all I get sent is a picture of one of our lead installers naked in my bathtub at my house. And he sent me a picture.
Not fully naked. Not fully naked, for clarification.
Yeah, just
Shirt
torso
off.
up. But I'm dying because he's got a little lip on his finger and he's all like this in my bathtub. And he didn't even quite know at the time. He was asking the other manager. He's like, is Brandon going to be okay with this, or is he going to flip on me for for doing this? Welcome back, guys. This is Brandon.
I'm Jacob.
And we are Whispers from the Crawl. If you are here, hopefully you've listened to a podcast before. We both help run Marr's Heating. We basically want to talk a little bit about what we do day to day and kind of debrief on a little therapy session for all the good, bad, and ugly. Stick around. You'll probably get some laughs about the stuff that we hate, stuff that we love, and maybe stuff you relate to. I'll ask you right off the rip, what was your favorite thing work-related for 2025?
Watching the team grow.
Yeah.
It's cool. Really cool. We added a lot of really key players. I'm happy to say I think this is the best team we've ever assembled.
Yes.
I mean, it feels the way that it should.
Yep.
And so that's been awesome and proficient in things that we never even thought possible.
Yeah.
Inside of the plumbing realm, inside of the electrical realm, there's just some real talented, hardworking individuals that share the same values that we do, and night and day.
Yep.
Just absolutely amazing team, and could not be more grateful for that. So
I've always said that I get a really sick high from seeing the vehicles fire up and get organized in the morning.
It's a lot of vehicles now.
It's a crazy amount of vehicles, and we're all stepping on each other's toes. But to see everyone, doors up, doors open, loading, smiling at each other, and I'm running around because someone's got to hear something for the day. I just love it.
Yeah.
I get a really sick high out of hearing, especially when it's going for like a super cold day where I know the majority of calls are going to be helping people. So I'd agree with you on that. I'd say the level at which we thought we'd be operating new departments is here. And I can say with confidence that we have gone
doubled that. Oh,
well past
it. Yeah.
And it feels like a blur.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Hardest year I've ever had in business, for sure.
100%.
Very, very difficult. A lot of things that you wouldn't think about when you're starting a new venture or a new department. And happy to say I think we got through the hard parts. Now it's just how do we run that same play over and over and over again inside of those realms. And also pleasantly surprised at how many existing customers we're getting for these new services. Like we didn't have to try as hard as I thought we would have to get work on the board. So that's amazing.
We can pat ourselves on the back for that because that doesn't happen by accident. There's a lot that goes into that. But I would like to talk about when you're doing this kind of stuff, the most unsexy, hard behind the scenes stuff to get these departments unrolled. What was your favorite? Because I have a few, but you also led more of the charge on the ugliest, non-sexy
the
things.
Behind the scenes stuff. Yeah. Building the pricing. So building price books for new industries that I know nothing about.
Yeah.
Very difficult. And I'm happy to say that in getting guys in here that have been plumbers and electricians for a long time, they're like, yeah, this is great. And I think we've built a tool that will propel us. Like we're going to be using that for years and years. And so I'm glad I took the amount of time that I did on them.
Yeah.
But man, what a beast that was.
And I think you're good at understating it when you use the term price book, but we're talking about like every size junction box, every outlet, every style light that we're installing.
Every breaker, every type of wiring, every plumbing fixture you can think
It's
of.
a behemoth.
Yeah.
An absolute behemoth to get off the ground from scratch. And I
But
still give you kudos because I I remember the deadlines we were imposing on ourselves. And it's like, well, we can do the work, but to do it in an organized way is the hard part.
Yeah.
Um,
And you can, by the way, you can buy price books.
mhm.
I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
I think if you don't build it yourself,
Yep.
you're shorting yourself because you don't know what goes on behind the scenes. Like I wanted to learn as I went through it. Like what are all these repairs that we can do inside of a house? So now, since building that, I've got an education on both the electrical and the plumbing side on what we're capable of.
Yes.
What all these terms mean. So it's enhanced my skill set as well. And it's made it easy for them to go out and do their work and not have to think about it.
Yeah.
Other challenging component, which I really got to commend Ken in the warehouse for, is the inventory side of this. They really kind of took that. And
Yeah.
now I basically am taking what the tradesmen are telling me they need and then translating it so that they can actually bring it into the warehouse, add it to the inventory system. But as we've learned this year, inventory is quite the challenge when you get this many trucks. Each truck is its own little warehouse.
Yeah.
And tracking all of the parts that are consumed inside of each mini warehouse and tracking when it comes out of the warehouse and onto the truck and then onto the job and what job it went on. And crazy things I never thought we'd have to deal with, and we're dealing with them. So
yeah, that was one side of this business that I quickly realized is way bigger than most people anticipate, is the ebb and flow of how inventory comes in and goes out when it comes to custom multi-trade. Because it's not even specific to one repair or solution. Like it's just bounds and bounds of stuff. So yeah.
By the way, got math. So what do you think an electrical truck has in dollars for parts? Give me a guess.
Do you think I'm going to be surprised on the high side or low side?
I think you're going to be low.
All right. Well, if you wouldn't have asked me that in such a devious way, I would have said somewhere between 50 and 75. But now the way you're asking it has me curious.
50,000?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, nowhere near that. I'm talking just parts. No tools, no upfit, none of that.
Oh, okay.
Just parts. Wild guess.
Oh, let's just go ahead and say rolling around with 10K, 5K.
16.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Plumbing trucks are 12 to 15.
Mm-hmm.
HVAC service trucks, 8 to 12. So you stack that over 30 plus vehicles, you start to figure out where the complication is. And in each one of those trucks, it's not just about the dollar figure. It's you've got 300 to 400 SKUs inside that little mini warehouse that you've got to track every component.
Well, it's funny because even as you say this out loud, like when there's billing discrepancy issues, that's when I get involved. But as you say this out loud, the last time I stepped into one of our electrician's truck is when we were finishing them.
Yeah.
Like the last time I actually stepped in.
That was a while ago.
It was a while ago, man. Yeah. It's kind of nuts. It's been a wild ride on that front, but you know, that's all the good and fun. What was the absolute worst part of your year? I have mine, and it's probably going to be similar to yours.
I don't know. Every day there's something, it feels like, but I would just say that we found our rev limiter.
Mm-hmm.
Like I found my rev limiter. I found where my breaking point was, and happy to say we got that ironed out, but very, very difficult to keep all these things in control and make sure that, you know, because we know the compounding effect of if you do something wrong in a house or you don't follow the protocol and it happens once, that's different than it happening 50 times under your radar. So the sheer amount of scope of jobs that are on our board every day, like nearly doubled in the last year. So the amount of oversight that's needed is crazy. And that I'm never going to be the type of owner that doesn't look at the work that we're doing. So I dive into every day. I mean, I may not look at every single service call that's run, but every install that we do, all the plumbing calls, all the electrical calls. And it's not because I have to, but it's because I want to be involved and I want to understand what we're doing. And I want to make sure that we're fulfilling the promises that we make, because that's a big deal to me. So I think I found my rev limiter on the things that I used to do, like reviewing every single call.
I was just going to say, you might remember this. I remember the moment I came up to you with concern and excitement and basically saying, Jake, I've hit the point where I can't review every job anymore.
Yeah.
I just want to let me to you know that anything that happens now doesn't have my direct vision on everything. That wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago. Year and a half? Was that 2 years ago?
Oh, more than that. Yeah, 2.5 years ago or something. So,
well, it's good. We've got a good management team.
Yep.
They know what we're looking for. They are as particular as I am. So that's great. That's what you need.
No one's as particular as you, but I appreciate it.
They're close.
Yeah, that's the whole thing of entrepreneurship. If you can have 85% of the oversight, because you're looking at everything, and each department's typically just looking at their siloed thing they care about, where you're like,
The biggest thing I'm looking at is I'm just trying to find any vulnerability or anything that I think we may have gotten off track, and just bringing that to the attention of the management team so that they learn what I'm looking at, what I'm looking for. And, like I said, the promises that we make to the customer is that we are the local professionals. We're doing things the right way. We're licensed. We're going to do this work to the highest degree.
Yep.
So I don't take that lightly. I think it's really important that if you're in an ownership position, you never fully lose touch of that. I think it's really important. And I can't be everywhere and I can't look at everything, but it's important to have an idea.
Yeah.
Very important.
Oh yeah. 100%.
I cannot imagine if we didn't have the software that we had and I wasn't able to see, we mandate a lot of pictures. I don't know how many pictures we upload a day.
Oh, I did the math.
Oh, it's a lot.
Bit ago.
It's a lot. Between pictures and videos.
I think it was 8,000 a day.
No, that can't be right.
No, it was higher than you would expect.
Yeah.
It was a crazy amount.
If you assume about 50 per call.
Yeah.
I would say 2,000 to 3,000 a day.
I did that math recently. I can't recall.
I don't think it's 8,000, but it's high. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine not having that.
Yeah.
Just like I can't imagine now not having GPS on all the vehicles and knowing where they're at. And 3 years ago, it wasn't even a blip on my radar to think about that.
Yeah.
And it's way different with 10 trucks than it is with pushing 40.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny enough you say that, because if I think about my year, I feel the same way. It was just insane.
Go, 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 go all year.
Yeah, you couldn't catch your breath ever. And that was a very challenging thing. But I would say, as far as a singular moment, I'd say the car accident was probably the scariest thing that we encountered on our side. So Thanksgiving's Thursday, and it was Tuesday night of that week, and I was working late as usual. And at about 5:20 p.m. or something, I just heard a light noise and thought it was something had fallen over in the warehouse. And then that's when I heard the HR manager screaming my name from down the hall. And we're very, very lucky, but we had, a bad car accident with our two plumbing technicians in a van, not quite highway speed, but a head-on collision with one of our vehicles. So
horrible.
That made everything for a quick moment stop.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, nothing seemed big anymore, did it?
No, I remember running down the stairs, and the only thing that I could hear between the yells was, it's our guys, it's our guys. And right away, every single fear that we've had, thought, planned for, is ripping through your head. So yeah, when you bottle a fantastic year, but I also count my blessings that we had, no one got seriously injured, pretty hurt, but not seriously injured on our side. And it just humbles you, right? It really remembers.
Well, and to put that into perspective, 10 years, no accidents. And in the span of 5 days, we had 2.
Yeah.
And, that just kind of shock to the system, wakes you up. Things that you always think about in the back of your head. Well, now it's in your face. Yep. This is real. There's that liability is real. Your guys being safe, it's very important. We can talk about that too. I mean, that safety, we've been about safety forever, but I would say that those incidents took me to a whole new level. Yep. So, managers, they are now tied to a safety protocol every month. The driving scorecards that we're reviewing, we're measuring what gets measured gets done. We talked about that. So now we're measuring by department safety incidents. Anything that is reported, we're tracking that.
Yeah.
And we're getting to the bottom of that. But my emphasis and my focus, it tweaked it. It sent me a different direction.
Yeah.
You're so focused on production and making sure you're taking care of customers, you don't stop and realize that, man, how many miles are we driving a day?
That's what I was going to say, man. The game of odds frightens me because we have ex-fleet vehicles, a lot of them on the road from 6 a.m. till 6 at night.
It's winter, it's dark, it's raining. You got all these conditions you don't even think about.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about it because it does, if there's anything that makes me laugh. Do you remember the text you sent me after all was settled when I was driving home that night?
No, I don't.
The review.
What did I say? Oh, yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. So not only did we get, there's this, terrifying looking accident right in front of our building.
We are sopping wet in the rain 2 days before Thanksgiving.
Picking up plastic pieces out of the
pieces
road.
Of glass out of hands, shoes, road, making sure that our teams are okay. Very shaken. Couldn't have been a scarier moment. Every possible worst fear. And then we're finally settled. I think I was heading home, I don't know, 8:45 at night.
Yeah.
Something like that. And Jake sends me a text that someone had left us a Google review for 1 star. And it said, "How dare these guys get in an accident? They delayed my drive home. Shame on them. They're always driving like this." I was so mad. I was so irrationally mad.
I just said, sometimes people suck. What are you going to do? Something like that.
Oh, man. I was still speechless and just counting my blessings that no one had died. I could not believe it. We're talking a head-on collision on Mount Baker Highway in the dark on a rainy night. And this person, their first thought was, I'm going to write this business, a one-star review.
For getting in an accident.
That inconvenienced my drive home.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of laugh because I think only the people who are in business get exposure to this kind of stuff. But I almost threw my phone. I was so bloody mad. I was like, I'm going to find who this is and say, I'm sorry to inconvenience your night. By the way,
we're thankful nobody died. That's all we're thinking about.
I just could not get over it. But anyway, I'm not going to harp on it, but if you're a business and you know what it's like to have 98% of your reviews be accurate and then that 2% where you just want to go out there and scream into the world of Google, it's always good fun. But the year itself, I have nothing but, and it's kind of funny because you forget the pain moments. I guarantee you and I will talk in a year and be like, yeah, that was a hard year, but we did okay. You almost forget that we ground our knuckles to the point
it was rough.
No sleep, gray hair.
Yeah. Working a lot of weekends, trying to make the thing happen.
It was, what is today? So today's January, and I've worked every weekend since July or something just to get stuff for Q4 done, ready and ripping. So, but yeah, you did a lot of the prep work. I give you kudos because that's the non-sexy, want to not do it type work that has to be done.
Yeah. And tools, I underestimated how expensive the tools are for these specialty trades. If you're wondering why your electrician is charging $400 to show up and diagnose a circuit, I can tell you it's the inventory, it's the general liability insurance, it's everything. And those tools, my goodness.
Yeah.
It's a huge investment.
Yeah.
Huge investment.
It is a huge investment. And then the worst part is they have a lifespan. So nothing grinds my gears more than seeing expensive tools trashed after 12 months. And our guys are good team members, but you just have to imagine the precarious environments you're in when you're working and doing this kind of stuff and you're on your back in a crawl space and you're trying to, it's brutal. A lot of money in tools.
It's difficult.
Yeah. I love as we add to our team that it feels like, people always say this and it's cliche, but it does feel like a family of dysfunctional brothers and a few women as well. The jokes are so much meaner and funnier that I love it. It's not for everyone.
No.
But I love the environment of having a professional and he's training a young guy, and the young guy's trying to describe what he did on his weekend, and we just have to sit there and listen to be like, you can't say that out loud again. Don't let anyone in the office hear that. And so I don't know. I'd have to think funniest moment for 2025.
I can't remember if it was 2025 or not, but the Chris bathtub thing's pretty funny.
God, okay. So this is a fantastic. I had a lovely little starter townhouse when I moved to Bellingham that I bought. And as I was wrapping up for selling it, I needed a new furnace and hot water tank installed. And, I'm very blessed and grateful to have two of the professionals here to help do it. I'm at work doing everything I do at work. And all I get sent is a picture of one of our lead installers naked in my bathtub at my house. And he sent me a picture.
Not fully naked. Not fully naked, for clarification.
Yeah, just
Shirt
torso
off.
up. But I'm dying because he's got a little lip on his finger and he's all like this in my bathtub. And he didn't even quite know at the time. He was asking other manager. He's like, is Brandon going to be okay with this, or is he going to flip on me for for doing this? So it was priceless. So anyway, they take this picture, and then the lovely team, they framed it in a 8x10 in a beautiful picture frame and gave it to me. And I have it in my office, which is super funny when we have guests come to the office. And it's the first thing they see when they see my office is a half naked man in a bathtub like this with his hand on his lip.
And then you see him sitting in the corner of the office.
Yeah. So this is, roughly, you're right. That was about a year ago. And then just recently, like 2 weeks ago, I had a different plumbing team doing work at my new place. I didn't think anything of it. I'm in the office like a week and a half later. And Chris, the same gentleman, he makes a joke. And he's like, "Is that sun ever bother you when you're, in the window and it hits your eyes?" And I go like this. I was like, "Yeah, it does." And I turn, and there's a second frame picture of him half naked in my other bathtub at my new house. And I'm just dying because instantly I'm like, what in the hell happened? I know he's never been to my house. So the whole team breaks out laughing. And then instantly I'm like, no, you got to tell me how this happened. And that was even the best part. We'll have to, I don't know. I don't know if we'll flash this on the screen or not, but I think we should. The plumber got a picture of my bathtub with no one in it. And then Brian, one of our talented videographers, he photoshopped an image of Chris in our conference room to look like he's in the bathtub.
It's so perfect. Brian, you did an amazing job.
You did a great job. The
it's
picture,
so perfect.
The picture of him getting the correct angles to make it look realistic were just outrageous. So now I have two pictures of a half naked Chris, who's one of our home performance managers, in my bathtub now. And I hadn't even finished laughing before he finished. He's like, let me know when you get another house. I'll help with that one too. I was like, you're not going near my house.
Here's what I've figured out in life and in business is people that think like that, they're so creative.
Yep.
They're the people that come up with the best solutions inside the house too. Like
Yep.
you got to have that, and you got to have that humor.
Yep.
Like otherwise this is kind of no fun.
Yep.
So there's levels, like there's lines you can't cross, but for the most part, I'm grateful we've got some free thinkers. We're all the kids that got in trouble in high school,
Yeah.
It's all of us. We're here, but now we're responsible adults. We care about taking care of people, but there's always that little thing in the back of our head that says, what would be really funny? And that's just so prevalent in this workspace.
So
I know that HR, they get a little frustrated with me because I don't shut it down because I think it's hilarious. But
so fun.
It's so fun.
But it's funny you say that because even that's a great story where I did go over the line just for fun. You'll remember this one. So one of our guys on staff, Kyle, bless his heart, I hope he hears this story and still shakes his head at me. He was shopping for his dream home in Linden area. And I, funny enough, was interested in the same home around the same time. And he kind of quickly threatened. He's like, "Don't you dare. Don't you even think about it." And I laughed. I'm like, "I'm not. I hope you get the house. I hope you and your wife, get the lovely house." He left the office. And then you were the one that whispered it, right? You were like, "We should screw with him. We should screw with him." And instantly it hit me. I'm like, that's the smartest idea. So sounds terrible, but it's funny as hell. I took a picture of the real estate listing and I photoshopped it on Redfin to say that it was pending for this house that he was so excited about, had done all this stuff. And I photoshopped it to say pending. And then I texted his wife and I said, "Anna, don't freak out. We're playing a really mean joke on Kyle. And what I need you to do is text him and say that you just got wind that the house is pending with someone else. And this is where it gets even crazy. I mean, his real estate agent is his uncle or family member.
Oh, right.
Did you hear about
I forgot about this. This is great.
So we brought the realtor in on the joke. And I am so busy at work. This was the most fun 30 minutes I've wasted outside of work. So I literally do this. I send her the image. His own wife texts an image of the house that they've been hunting for forever, and it's got pending on it. He was on his way to the bank to go with the down deposit, everything, and he is losing his mind, like absolutely freaking out. His wife is saying, "Didn't you take the money? Like, aren't you getting it?" The realtor's confirming, like, "Hey, we got a more aggressive offer. I'm sorry if you're gonna want to do this." And this poor guy is like, "Should I spend more money? Should I do this?" And I'm sitting there just losing it. It was the meanest prank I've ever.
He didn't like it.
He was
livid.
He was livid. So it was like an hour later or something. He calls me, and then I start just making these little slip jokes. And I was like, "Yeah, Anna was saying that the house is pending." And then he stopped. He hit a hard pause there for a second. He's like, "How do you know that? Wait a minute. How did you hear that?" Well, I was like, and I kind of start cracking up a little bit. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, Kyle. And then instantly the silence is just deafening.
Is he like, "Are you the one?"
And when he figured it out, it was priceless. I could hear him just yelling in his car, like, just, are you kidding me? Oh, and I was like, "I'm so sorry." And I was like, it was Jake's idea, but I just executed it. And I was like, "Your wife's in on it." And then he like lost it again. I was like, "Also, your realtor's on it." And he just could not believe it. And I got to be honest. He said he was going to get me back, and I've been watching around the corner for
Yeah, you got to be careful with him.
for a year, but
He'll sit on that for 10 years.
Yeah,
He'll find a way to make your life hell.
he'll keep it. But if he listens to this story, I was so proud and happy
Sorry.
for them. Yeah, sorry. That it was just too perfect, man. That was the meanest prank I've ever played in my life. But I just remember sending the photoshopped image, and oh God, it was so funny. And then I was threatening him. I was like, "Do you know who the other guy who put the offer in on the house?" And he's like, "Who?" And I was like, "Who do you think, Kyle?" And he was just losing it.
Not having it.
Not having it. It was a good time. But we've had a few company events that are always good time. We go Top Golf.
Yep.
Tear a muscle or two trying to outdo each other. That's always a good time. You took the boys go-karting, which was pretty fun.
Oh, that was wild.
Yeah. One of our guys is a race car driver, so that was a tilted.
That was, you don't realize like how like those minute little differences stack up so quickly in 3 laps.
Yep.
It was like he would start in the back and he'd end up miles ahead of everybody.
Yep.
And the carts aren't any faster from one to the next. Like
he's skilled.
We gave him any cart and it was the same result every time. So that was pretty fun.
We're
going out tonight. We're taking the office staff out to the Silver Reef tonight, getting them a nice dinner, and we're going to give them $100 each to go see if they can make some money.
So that was the funniest thing that came up today when you were out of the office, and Brian was cracking me up, and Brian's like, he's like, "Do you think Jake cares if I like don't gamble and I just leave the casino up?" And I burst out laughing. I was like, "You can absolutely do that if you want. If you want to.
You want to be the smart guy? Be the smart guy."
I literally said that. I said, "Brian, if you want to walk out of the casino with your finger in the air and $100, Richard, do it."
Yeah.
I was like, I couldn't help but think it was a funny thing. Like, screw you, Silver. Just dip.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good. The casino ventures are always a good time. I just love watching how different people interact in the wild.
Oh, you know me.
I know you.
I'm not a gambler, not a casino person. We've had conferences in Vegas. I lose money quick. I'm all in.
You are, from the outside, people watching, it's painful. For you, it's like, I like that. That hurt. I'm done now. And I just sit there. I'm like, "Are you okay? Do you want to talk about that?" Like, those are the fastest I've ever seen someone lose $250. And you're like, "Don't want to talk about it. Let's leave."
Yeah. I got no patience. I'm like, you know what? If we're going to win, it's going to be right now. We're going to do it all in. Let's go.
Oh man, it should be fun. I'm excited because is Sheila going?
Yeah.
Okay, so our bookkeeper is a gambling phenom. So I'm hope that you guys. Get to
She
see.
always pulls away with money though.
Yeah, she
Like,
says that she ranges between 500 and 1,500. I always joke, I'm like, but how much are you losing? And she's like, I maintain up. And I'm like, all right. I don't know if that's possible.
let me see the ledger.
Yeah, let me see the credit
See
and
the
debits,
books,
please.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a good time at the casino. But no, man, I think it's been a pretty solid year. I think right now I'm still fresh off year change. I always forget how violent year end
Is incredibly difficult, and winter in general in our world, everything's an emergency.
Yep.
Everything's difficult.
Yep.
People get sick more frequently in winter. You never think about that as a company.
I literally want to give a shout out to I want to give a shout out to everyone, but especially my technician team for holding it down. We had one of them was a newborn dad. One of our technicians didn't lose his house, but had his whole house flood in CMS during the flooding. He was down for the count. Perfect example of a team scenario. Like we had a few of our team members go start digging apart his house. Thank you for you stepping up too. And you went out the day after me and then also credited his ductwork at cost through Marr's. Awesome stuff like that. We had one poor tech who lost his father right in the midst of craziness. And that's right when we get peak phone calls. So I don't miss those moments, but I love working with people who understand, like, hey, one of our brothers is down. Like he's literally digging out his kids' bedrooms of 2 feet of water. Let's take him off the schedule for 2 weeks while he gets his feet under him and us step in. Yep. So it was a bumpy year to the end in that frame. I'll be very curious what 2026 yields because the teams are built. It's been cold but sunny. I have no idea. Maybe we're going to get one of those cold snaps in February where it's sunny out but freezing at the same time.
You always get a cold snap, and there's never been a year, at least since I've been here, that February doesn't surprise you. You get a little hint of false spring, and then you get rocked. So I don't know. Usually it happens second, third week of February.
Yep.
Sometimes you get heavy snow in February too. Sometimes you get snow early March. Like you just.
Yep.
You don't know.
You got any sneaky plans for 2026 for you personally outside of work?
Well, I'm going to Mexico.
Yep.
That'll be fun. Going with the Gensco, one of our distributors. So that's going to be good. I'm going to go on a little ski vacation here too. I don't know where I'm going to go yet.
Did you tell your missus that I'm third wheeling and just going to show up yet? Did she like that?
No, I figured we'd make that a surprise. She'll love it.
She'll love it.
Yeah.
We'll find out if she listens to this podcast or not.
Yeah. I'd be willing to bet not. But I think she doesn't like hearing about work from me at home. I don't think she'll seek out more of that.
I'm pretty good at turning it off if we're outside of work. But yeah, I hear you.
I am not.
Well, it just follows us. These stupid, I give you full permission. Throw your phone in the ocean and just do it. Just do it. But yeah, I got to talk to you because we'll see. I think year of 2026, I just got hit up and I have a handshake agreement to go to Oktoberfest in Germany at the end of the year.
You should go.
I want to because here's my concern is we're only getting older. I can't drink like I used to.
How old are you?
34.
I don't know if I'm supposed to ask that.
That's
Is
true.
That an HR violation?
That's an HR violation. I'm going to go tell them and hope I get a free day off.
Yeah. Maybe it doesn't matter anymore.
It's kind of a hilarious dilemma because HR comes to us, so there is no.
That's true.
There is no chain of command. I can't. Anyways, hopefully do something like that. I mean, you're learning the hard way. Like the years catch up with you when you're stressed and running this hard, right?
Yeah, I woke up and now I'm turning 30 in 6 months, but still, like, wow.
Well, I just want to go while not tied down. I don't have any kids, anything like that. And I definitely cannot drink like I used to. So if I'm going to go have fun at an event where you're carrying around beer steins, I'd rather do it now than when I'm older.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Hopefully see the world a little bit,
Well, in life, I don't know about you if this pangs you, but we're so bloody good at solving people's problems that I take a sick joy out of it. I don't care who you are, where you live, or what your problem is. I will make you feel like you got the best solution from the best company and person you've ever met. And then at the end of the year, I'm like, Brandon didn't take a day off. Yeah. Funny enough, when we talk about the worst part of 2025, I'm getting notifications right now. I hope our service manager, Harwin's doing okay. He's down for the count right now with a bad infection in his esophagus. But exactly 1 year ago is when I was in the ER for my shtick, like the whole thing with the necrosis in my lungs and everything. So one year ago, this was nuts. But I was working late in the office on Friday, and I just all of a sudden started spitting up blood and couldn't stand up straight. And it was a perfect moment of 5:30 at night by myself in the office. And you remember that?
Yeah.
Like, went to the hospital trying to be tough guy, and I'm explaining to the ER doctor who happens to be a Mars customer, which was wild. And I was like, I'm probably okay to leave, right? And she just gave me this look like, if you didn't come in the next 48 hours, you'd be dead.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah. But I mean, like, I'm fine, right? She's like, you're going up to the ICU. And I'm like, okay, I'll shut up now. So it was such a great reminder. I was hospitalized for a week. My thumbs hurt from handling as much emailing problems as I could from my bedside phone. I remember that. My thumbs physically hurt, which was hilarious. And then it puts things in reminder of, like, if you're healthy and your team's healthy,
Your healthy life is good.
life is good. Don't take it for granted. And definitely do not, I don't know. I'm preaching wisdom that I don't even follow, but to look
I
after
know.
yourself
It
is
is
something-
really hard to follow.
it's
because
really hard to
when I look at my day, wake up at 4:30 to 5.
Yep.
I like to come in at 6 to 6:30.
Mm.
So I pre-work, I set up my daily plan at home. Then I come in, and there's usually meetings early in the morning. I like to be a part of them. Like I just like to be involved in what's going on. And the next thing you know, you look up and it's 5 o'clock, and it's like, man, we've been at this for 12 hours.
Yep.
How much free time do you have at that point?
It's crazy.
Very little.
It's crazy. And I hope, we get to cheers with a drink on a weekend when we see each other. But I pray for the day that we can cheers. Hopefully we're both here. Not one of us died of a heart attack at 30.
No,
aka.
it's not going to happen. I just went skiing with my 90-year-old grandpa.
Blessed. So
Good
Mars
genes.
you do have great genes, but Mars was started in 1965 by Doug. And talk about his health issues real quick.
No, he well, he's, getting up there in age, and
Yep.
he finally started to have some health issues. His heart just isn't his pulse is really low, so he's low energy. And he was out back here. I rarely see him here anymore, but I saw his truck out back. I went to see him, and I said, well, do you think you're going to ski this year? And he said, as long as I can walk.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, all right. And I didn't know if it was going to be true or not, but he's gone up like 6 times this year, and I've gone up once. It's been an awful ski season too.
Pretty horrendous.
The snow's not good.
Yeah.
So when we went up there, we were like skiing on ice, which is it's difficult. And you saw the video. I got a video of him. He goes, yeah, I think we should just cut over there. And I'm like, I don't know. Don't you think we should just take the chair back up and then do that the easy way? And he's like, nah, I got it. He goes and shoots across, and next thing you know, he's tumbling down the hill on ice. I'm like, you good? And he's like, yep, I'm good.
He's a man's man.
He just keeps going.
Yeah, but when we talk about that, like, I was so happy you went. So when you came up to me, you're like, well, I got an opportunity to go skiing with Doug tomorrow. We're always busy. There's never a day that there's not 88 things to solve. But I think you saw the look in my eyes of very much like, dude, go.
Yeah, how many opportunities am I going to get?
Both my grandparents have been deceased for over 10 years each, and what I would give to go skiing, like that's a very cool opportunity. You should be thankful for. And then when you see the video of him ripping, not just skiing, old man rips.
Yeah, he goes.
And is it 2 cadaver knees or 2 fake knees he's got?
He's got at least one fully
rebuilt
knee.
Entire.
I think the other one is still original.
Yeah. And we're talking old. Like this man is, I love this guy, but he's probably lost 5 inches of height just from his spine.
Yep.
He's still ripping.
He has been so injured skiing over the years.
Yeah.
That's really he's compressed vertebrae. He's had to have the discs, I don't know what they do. They go in there and shave
Fuse
the disc.
them maybe,
Fuse discs or whatever. So he's lost a lot of height, and I think he's had 3 shoulder surgeries from skiing accidents. There's a picture. If we'll find it, we'll see if we can throw it up on the screen. But there's a picture of him. He skied an entire season with one ski. and he was still jumping. I've got a picture of him
Like he was
midair.
in a brace and couldn't.
No brace, but he blew his knee up logging. This was like in the
Yeah.
early 60s. And he's out there, like he never stopped.
Yeah.
And so, fast forward, that mentality hasn't shifted at all.
No.
He's tougher than nails, way tougher than I am. And I asked him on the chairlift, I was like, so like, what's the secret? What's the secret? Is it what you eat? Is it? He's like, just keep moving.
Yeah.
I move every day. I'm out working. I've been retired for 30 years, 40 years or whatever it's been.
Yeah.
He's like, I've never once been the guy that's sitting on the TV or sitting on the couch watching TV during the day. Like I am out doing things, all the normal things that I should be doing.
Did you get to talk to him on the chairlift at all about his perceived idea of what Marr's business looks like in his eyes?
We talked for a little bit, and he basically just said, if it wasn't for your grandma, this place wouldn't have worked at all, because I got to go out and do the work, and she took care of all the stuff that I, taking care of the books and phone calls. And I think I knew this, but he told me, I used to do estimates at night. That was the only time I would have availability. So I'd work all day. I'd come home. I'd put my different shoes on, the polished shoes, and then I'd go run one estimate at 7 and one at 9 o'clock. I was like, I don't think customers would like it if we were in their houses at 9 o'clock. And he said, back then it didn't. It was whenever we could get you,
Sure.
Just totally different ball game.
Yeah.
But he said, the one thing that I always did was make sure that I kept my word.
Yep.
And then your dad did that, and now you're doing that on a bigger scale. And so it's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
It's just grown over the years.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've had the immense benefit of a reputation behind us, and the brand means something, the name means something. So you just don't make promises you can't keep, and keep the promises you do make, and everything seems to work out, doesn't it?
Yeah, or you force it to work out, but you come from a hell of a lineage, because I would agree. Your gramps did stuff with this building that I can't fathom, as far as rebuilding whole floors while running the business. Your pops did the same thing, kept everything tied together with his bare hands by himself, and you're nothing short of that. As far as, I love that picture. We should show that on the screen of you working the jackhammer and
laying the footings for the building.
Laying the footings for the building in the teen years, and what I would give for a picture of, you at 14 in a crawl space, just, I can't fit under there, go do it. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty cool, man. Marr's is a name that stands out, and glad you guys got to go skiing, because you just don't get those opportunities.
No.
So seize them when they come up. Honestly, when you think about what life is worth, that's it right there. Like,
it gives you a moment of pause too. When I was up there, it was like, oh my gosh,
beautiful day.
Just amazing. The team, 5 years ago, I could not have done that. I couldn't have taken off on a Thursday. Now, if I want to be gone for a week, it's all right. Not a problem.
Oh, absolutely.
It's difficult, but it's not like I am needed every single moment. And I'm really glad I got out of that.
Yeah.
I think that's
it only gets better from
there. It only gets better.
Yeah.
So.
Only gets better. Cool. Well, there's a few hours left on the day, so we got to go execute. It's Friday. Appreciate you guys sticking around. Once again, Whispers from the Crawl. We rarely get time to escape our desk or field site or anything that we're doing to kind of catch up and actually just take a breather about what life is like here at Marr's Heating, in the trades, entrepreneurship, the hair pulling moments, the highs, the lows. So for us, it's kind of therapeutic.
That's fun.
Neither of us go to therapy and probably need it. So that's just this is where we come out and talk about it. So we wish you guys a great January. Another Whispers from the Crawl episode coming out soon. We're going to be better about this. We're going to be making sure we stay disciplined to our calendar. Unless the snow's good, then we're going to bounce and go ski.
We'll be gone. Yeah.
Awesome. Have a great one, guys. See you later.